Welcome back to Dr. Vinky's 10 Minutes Physiology. In this class, we are going to deal with pacemaker potential. Right now, we all know that the pacemaker of the heart is the sinoatrial node. Okay, the impulses generated in the sinoatrial node is the one which drives the rate of heartbeat. Right, so that's why the sinoatrial node is also called the pacemaker of the heart. Right. The cells which present in the sinoatrial node are called as P cells. Okay, or P stands for pacemaker cells. Right now, when we draw the action potential curve of pacemaker cells, we get a curve having the following parts. Now, this part, right, is called as pacemaker potential, right. So this one is depolarization, right, and this part is repolarization, right, and this part, right, this is hyperpolarization, right, and again this part, this is once again pacemaker potential. Okay, so these are all the parts of the action potential curve of a pacemaker cell. Right now, let us understand the ionic basis underlying the pacemaker potential. Right, the unstable resting membrane potential of the pacemaker cells is called as pacemaker potential. Right now, the resting membrane potential of pacemaker cells is about minus 60 millivolts. Once this minus 60 millivolts is reached, slow depolarization begins to happen, right, leading to generation of pacemaker potential. Right, so once the threshold value of 40 is reached, okay, then rapid depolarization happens. Right, let us understand the ionic basis of pacemaker potential. Let us consider this as a pacemaker cell. Okay, now what happens at the end of repolarization? Okay, the permeability of P cells to potassium ions decreases. Okay, as a result, the K plus F flux also decreases. Right, following this, what happens? A channel called as Funny channel or hyperpolarization channel, that is activated. Okay, so these are also called as F or H channels. Okay, this channel gets activated following the end of repolarization. Okay, so this F channel gets activated by hyperpolarization. These channels are called funny channels because what is funny here is these channels get activated by hyperpolarization. Okay, it is unlike what happens in other cells. Okay, so that is why these channels are also called as funny channels. Now this channel is permeable to both sodium ion and potassium ions. Right, so because the sodium ions begin to enter the P cells from the ECF, what happens? Slow depolarization happens. Okay, so this leads to increase in the membrane potential from minus 60 millivolts to minus 50 millivolts. Okay, once this minus 50 millivolts is reached, opening up of another type of channels called as transient calcium channels happen. Okay, so opening up of these channels causes the calcium to move from extracellular fluid into the pacemaker cell. Okay, this further causes the positivity inside the pacemaker cell to increase from minus 50 to 40 millivolts. Okay, so this part, okay, from minus 60 to minus 40 millivolt depolarization is referred to as pacemaker potential. Now once this firing level of 40 millivolts is reached, what happens? Another channels called as long lasting calcium channels open up. Okay, this allows further entry of calcium ions from the ECF into the pacemaker cells. As a result, there is rapid depolarization. Okay, rapid depolarization. Okay, this is rapid depolarization, right? Following depolarization, what happens? The potassium channels open up. Now potassium once again leaves the pacemaker cell and enters the ECF. Okay, so because it carries positive charge from inside the cell to outside the cell, inside become more negative, right? So that is what we call repolarization, right? So now this process of, okay, hyperpolarization, pacemaker potential, depolarization, repolarization, they keep on continuing throughout our lifetime. Okay, this continuous sequence of events keep on happening, which allows the heart to continuously beat throughout its lifespan, right?